Aloha and welcome to Wisdom Dialogues with Hope Johnson, coming to you from Hawaiian beaches on the beautiful big island of Hawaii. Jerry, can I bring you on camera?
Of course.
Fun. Okay. Yay. Lori Tibitot is with me too today. Yay. Aloha, Lori.
I'm here. Oh, I got to start my video. Hey, there's Lori. Good. Here I am. Oh, my.
Oh, wow. You are so cute.
Thank you so much.
I love it. I love the gray hair. It's beautiful. It's like white. Angelic.
Silver.
Okay. Silver. I can see that.
Little speck here. Yeah, that's good. Do I need a haircut?
Do you love using it as a mirror or what?
Cool, but it's like backwards, It's like really yeah. I do. Well, it's all a mirror anyway, Hope. You're just a reflection of me. That's the divine reflection that I get to see. Maybe that's why I love seeing you when I'm in Hawaii. And if I can't be in Hawaii, I love Zooming with you.
Oh, I'm so stoked. Thank you, Jerry. I appreciate you.
Oh, and there's Bob. Hey, Bob.
Dude, from Bob Shine. Oh, never mind. We weren't on Facebook. Okay, we're going live now. Thanks, Bob, for the heads up, man. I've never pushed that button that does it.
There it is. Now you are recording and you are streaming.
Oh, you see it. Thank you. Thank you for your help.
I just love to serve. Really. It's so much fun to serve. It helps me not get too involved in my own baloney.
Well, the thing is, this is what I love about it. You don't have to have any issues. You don't have to have any issues. When things arise for you, like it seems like different things are up for us in life, and like this is going on. Anne just gave me a cross-eyed look. That was good. Like something. Oh my gosh, something's up. Right now. This thing is the big thing. What's the big thing on your mind right now? Like you don't have to make that your thing. You don't have to make that your thing like that. It's like you can have so much relaxation. That was the theme for yesterday too, is relaxation. You can have so much relaxation that thing, whatever it is, it's just a thing that's really no thing. Because nothing's even happening here. So that thing is going to play out along with your body concept. It's really like projecting that thing. and it's just going as a matter of course. So like you don't have to identify with any of that stuff. So it's like, I was talking with a friend the other day, and she goes and her and I were talking. I said something about people ask me about why I have so much energy for them. Why do you have so much energy for us? Like, you're so generous.
Don't waste it on yourself.
There's nothing to, it's I do think of my friends. Like when my mind starts to wander into the nothingness world as if it's real, I think of my friends, because it's like I'm turning away from them, really. I'm making myself into something that has this shit going on.
It's not really going on. It's just in your mind.
Right. Exactly. So you're making it up. And that's the thing, in recognizing that you're making it up more and more, you're willing, and that's really all it is. It's just being willing to turn away from that and toward your spirit, because those thoughts about yourself, they mean nothing. And when you turn toward your spirit, you get the feeling that's been responsible for making those thoughts in the first place. So you get that feeling and you love through that feeling, and everything on the surface, I promise, gets resolved. There's not even any important decisions you have to make.
Because it all turns out anyway in the end.
Yeah.
Whichever way you go.
That's exactly. And it can't be a wrong one. And the decision you're making, apparently, is really being just made automatically by your body concept. You know, your body is just a thought construct that's reflecting your mind and playing out as a matter of course. And that's why whatever you see, whatever you say, whatever you do is the past playing out. It's not even happening.
Yeah, by the time you said it, it's gone.
And then it didn't happen before. Like whatever seems to have happened before, you're thinking it now. You're thinking it up now. It's a thought projection right now. There's not another time.
Oh yeah, yeah. But so tempting to go bite it, so tempting to go to the past as if it were real, that it's just not this story that was made up because, well, what else is there for the mind to do? Oh yeah, worry about the future. That's the other thing it could do.
It could do those two things. Yes. Well, that you can choose to do to let the mind do that. That's what I've heard it called in some traditions permissiveness, just permitting the mind to just like run around all silly. I'm drunk.
That's
Like
entertaining.
drunk
That's for
thinking. It's
sure.
like
Yeah.
you're stumbling or something. You're stumbling around all drunk and blind, and you know.
Where am I? Where am
Yeah.
I? Right where you are.
But that's why it's comedy. Like today, I found myself all of a sudden feeling a sense of almost like rush, like being rushed. As I found myself I called it study this morning because I just felt determined to read some different things for hours. Yeah. And so my husband comes out and he's like all excited. It's like almost 8 o'clock. Normally we're having yoga in the morning. It's almost 8 o'clock. And he's like, hey, he's all excited. You want to drive me over to this house that I'm remodeling and then pick me up later? And I'm just kind of like, whoa, I feel an energy there. Like, whoa. And like, look at the clock and it seems so late to me. It's almost 8 o'clock. It seems ridiculously late. And, and I just laugh at myself. And that's it. I don't have to try to get out of it. I don't have to try to do better. But the main thing is that I don't cover it up, that I see it. That's all. I make sure that I consciously see it. Like I'm aware of it. It's all in consciousness, so that sounds kind of funny. But that I'm aware of it. That's what, like, don't ignore it like it's some benign thought. Because it's making effects. That's how powerful your mind is. You can dream up that nothing exists and then make effects in it.
Well, my daughter just said, I don't know if I want to go to my last year of high school in Philadelphia. I think I want to go back to Hawaii.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So next thing I know, Lynn's on the phone. She's talking to Haas. Oh, yep, we could probably do it. So
yes.
Just like that. Like
oh,
in an instant.
wow.
So,
wow.
And, now we're just going to let that go and we're going to see what happens. It's not worrying about, well, will we get in? Will there be space? There's no sense in going into any of that.
Yeah.
Just really choose and then that'll happen.
Yeah. And then, that playing out the way it plays out so easily like that, that's also playing out as a matter of course because of the way you allow the relaxation to occur. You don't have a choice in being that open like that.
No.
On the surface of things.
Yeah.
You can't fake it.
Yeah. Lynn was just saying that yesterday. We were on our way to the co-op to go shopping. And she goes, I could choose the way I feel about anything right now in the moment. I can make it be good or bad. It's like
so powerful.
Just by my choice.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow. Yeah, that was great.
Oh my goodness.
So we had our 17th wedding anniversary on Sunday.
Uh-huh.
And we went into New York and we had the most beautiful ceremony. And I just had this, this, this indescribable, like when you have an experience that's indescribable, it's just so indescribable.
Yes.
Just the beauty of everything is so beautiful.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Like Lynn said, because I'm choosing that. I'm choosing that. I'm choosing love.
Yes.
And I really think it's something that um, that all of us can choose in each and every moment. It's like it doesn't matter what happened yesterday. It doesn't matter any of that. In this moment right now, my power is to look in this screen here, see you, and choose to be in deep, deep love.
Isn't that fun? Yeah, like you can choose to be in deep, deep love or like worry about something.
Oh, right. Or worry. What can I worry about? I can't even, and this is a real change that's happened for me because, anxiety used to come in like for example, when I got home Sunday night, we had such a great time and I didn't know where I put my wallet. And so then Monday, I started to look for it. Now, I remember times when there was my car keys or whatever, and I couldn't find it. And as the time went by, I went into more and more of a panic as to where it was. And now it's just like, well, either it's just going to show up, I'm going to find it, or if not, okay, I'll call the credit card companies. What the
Right.
heck? It's like, why twist myself into a pretzel?
Yeah.
I don't like being twisted and tied up in knots.
Yeah. And you could use anything like that. Like if you find yourself in a situation where you find yourself getting anxious or something that you lost something, just get the memory, let's say, that this is an opportunity because there's a feeling alive right now that's ready to help you basically to undo that cause of that anxiety for thinking that you lost something that you thought you had.
Never really existed in the first place.
If it needs to come back, it will. I know the feeling is intense, and the invitation is to get the feeling, get that feeling. That's how it's like you're in communion with God in that moment when you allow yourself to get the feeling, but you're not chasing those thoughts about how this is causing you to feel that way. There is nothing happening. Being willing to be shown that there's nothing to be anxious about at all in the moment of anxiety is huge.
Indeed.
And that's a big sign of your willingness. It's an easy way because that emotion, that feeling is strong, it's intense. So you can use that intensity as a red flag in your mind to choose to just kind of like pivot your awareness over to the feeling. And then, it's like a deep breath. It's like a deep breath. You get this deep sense of relaxation, and that becomes you.
And then the feeling automatically shifts. You don't have to do anything. And then it is the relaxation, it's the joy, it's the connection to all that exists, all that doesn't exist. But
yes.
Yeah, all
And
existence.
it's the same, like you feel it like that shifting in the body's energy field. It might take a little bit of time in the illusion of time to shift. But once you make the choice and you're pivoting your attention, it's like a holy fire. It's like you're going through something that's powerful, and you're going to see on the other side. The same thing applies in the manifest world, which is only like a mirror of that. The more the relaxation arises, you're allowing it to kind of like soak into your being. The more you're just going to see the things and events and the people and the conflicts on the surface resolving on their own in a beautiful way without your interference.
So, Hope, can you speak a little to how you came to these realizations that You know, what type of surrender you had to do in your life in order to see the other side?
Okay, well, that answer is different every single time someone asks me that, I notice, but it's always super fun.
Great.
So I just see what comes out. Okay, so I've always been on the side of super happy and optimistic as a child. Okay, and I was also a Christian missionary, and I felt the power of that sense of relaxation. We were that kind of missionary for the most part, except for the spankings when you weren't being productive. That was kind of like not relaxing, but but I was always able to go through the spankings and like feel really good and really happy and fun, have fun with my friends and and all the other kids and everything like that. And I always knew that there was a way to be happy. And also, I was open and hearing from, like you could say the source side. To me, I identified it as Jesus, and he was very unpunishing. Like he was a bit like not like my parents. Like it was unpunishing.
He was the
So
savior.
well, yeah, it was just like really, it was like really like, it felt loving, like I was so cherished. I really felt like so loved and appreciated and cherished, um, eh, from within. And then when I was about 21, yeah, I was definitely 21. I went for a lot of months without any kind of dates or any kind of boyfriends or anything like that. And I started to get a sense of I wanted that connection. But I had already been through like some relationships where it was like didn't turn out well, at all. And I was like, but I don't want a freaking dude, man. I do not want one. I didn't want a chick either. So I started thinking, you know, well, can I just feel that way by myself? And it wasn't like a masturbation situation or anything like that. But I was just like going to sleep at night. I was falling asleep at night, and I just felt so loved. Because I allowed it, and I wasn't in that looking for the sexual side of it. I was looking for that connection, and that's why I thought I wanted a boyfriend. And so I just like allowed that connection every night. When I would go to sleep, I would allow that connection. And I partied a lot too. I would go out with my friends, and I would like drink vodka and do some karaoke and come home, and it would be like 2 o'clock in the morning or something. And still, it's like, that was always there, always there. And then at one point it seemed to go away, like when it seemed like I had a lot of responsibilities. I had kids and a husband and a house and a business, and it seemed like I had all these responsibilities, and it was almost like I lost that and totally forgot about it. Then I found myself at night facing anxiety instead of that lovely, beautiful feeling. I found myself up all night worried that I may have ruined everything. It started with this perception that I didn't have liability insurance. It's like I paid for the insurance, I paid for the liability insurance, but I didn't actually have it. I got a scam. I got scammed. And I found out I didn't have it for like the whole year previous. And, I took that to be so heavy that like you got to get better at, you just really like, I put a big burden on myself. And I was like that for years, for maybe like 15 years. So yeah. So then, well, first I go and have this painless birth with my son Braun. I have a painless birth. I take this course called Hypno Babies. I'm like, the last birth,
Hypnobirthing.
hypnobirthing, yes.
Yeah.
The last birth before that, it was like almost a C-section, and it was like so much pain. They're giving me Demerol, and I'm waking up in the Demerol, like No, I'm not really a screamer, but that was what it was like inside, you know. I was just like, oh my God, it was like so much pain. I felt like I couldn't take it, where Tony was looking at me and going, what can I do? You know? And after that, I just go, uh, uh, painless birth. You know, I've always been like willing to study anything. I will study that shit and have a painless birth, or at least get close to it, right? So I practiced that every day, like 6 months, for 6 months, and it was really like meditation. It is meditation, you know. So I was going into a meditative space, sort of like because I had to, because I didn't not want that painful birth, you know. So it was like I took that space and basically was meditating, but it wasn't being called meditation. It was just like focusing on you're focusing on that area that opens up, and allowing it to open up smooth and easily. I was like, I'll do it. It seems hokey, but I will do it. I will try this. And then I also watched people having birth without any pain. And I was like, wow. And that just kind of got me like, wow, really? And then I actually had a painless birth. And I was, that was my first like big change, where things changed, because I go, wait a minute, everything can be like that. It just was immediately applied to, wait a minute, oh my goodness, everything can be like that. So the next thing you know, I moved to Hawaii. Like here I am in Hawaii, and you know, it was like, yeah, well, I had yoga, and you know, I think about, oh my gosh, before I'd be like, I have to get back in shape after I have birth. I have to. And like after the baby's born, I'm like, okay, if I get to yoga, great. If I don't, no worries. In order for it to be the proper conditions for me to get to yoga, I have to feel good about it. And you know, and then also my baby will have to be asleep, because that's a newborn baby. My baby will have to be asleep if that's going to happen. And the funny thing is, I was able to get yoga like 4 or 5 times a week, like. And I didn't mind whether I did or not, just as long as it's easeful for me, you know, as long as it's easeful for me, and just in allowing that relaxation. And then, you know, moved to Hawaii, and it's like, wow, all these things come up where it seems like it's so big, and all this fear and all this, oh my goodness. And then it came to, I have to know right now. I have to know right now. I don't know how to do this. I'm screaming. I'm like, you know, going into all these things, and really pissed at my husband, and really bummed at my kids. Like, I don't want them around kind of feeling. It even got worse than that at one point, but but it's like, I have to know. And I went to Vipassana meditation, and I just sat silent for 10 days, for 10 hours a day. Well, I sat in meditation pose for 10 hours a day, was completely silent. Well, except for a few, you know, hey, I'd like another cushion for my piece of wood that I'm sleeping on, stuff like that. But pretty much silent for 10 days, and sitting in meditation and practicing a particular kind of meditation where you get the feeling in your body. You know, you really get the feeling in your body. You go with your attention up and down your body, up and down your body, scanning, 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 not looking for anything in particular, just getting a feeling and moving on. And whoa, that I was so excited to find that, because like it was just like, oh, it's done now. I just knew. I was like, I felt so excited. I wanted to run all the way down to Pohoiki. I was on Pohoiki Road. I wanted to run all the way down to Pohoiki.
Oh yeah.
But I knew if I did, I'd get kicked out, and I wanted to stay for more of this silence. And then after that, it got even more intense, and I knew it was gonna, but I wasn't moved by it at all. I knew it was gonna. It got even more intense after that. It got the most intense that it ever was right after that. Intense for me, I mean. You know, you can call different perceptions intense, oh, this is more intense than that. This is more intense than that. For me, it was the most intense energy after that. And I just kept on opening up to it and opening up to it. And it just kept on allowing me to relax more. So that sort of like became me. I became like just a relaxed and happy person. Over time, I just kind of like, got molded that way, you can say. Not of my own trying to manifest myself in a particular way either, because it's not like that at all.
So did you have the voice during this process, whatever that voice is in your head or talking to you, telling you that you were wrong, you were doing it wrong, you shouldn't do it? Did you have?
Definitely. Yes, definitely. That voice is also there, but that's the thing, that there is a choice between two voices. There's
Mm,
always a choice between two voices. And get this, Jerry, you're going to love this. At the time I went into Vipassana, I was reading Course in Miracles. The two plus Kundalini Yoga all came together, and I was like, oh, what a perfect, all those teachings just kind of like came all together. And then and then even my teachings from when I was a child just all came together and kind of converged into one thing. And it was just like, whoa, it's over. This illusion being as it is, it's over for me. Being as it appears, it's completely different now, because it's getting used for undoing that guilty self-concept. Not just, and it's not just for yourself, it's for everyone, because everyone shares the same mind. So when you decide you're not going to make anyone else guilty, you're not going to follow any thoughts that make them weak or addicted or let's see, victimized, being used, because that's all self-reflection.
yeah.
So no matter what you see on the surface, you're so committed that it's over. It's like even before you see it over, it's beautiful, because you're watching this unfolding, and everyone, as you watch them unfolding, they're so beautiful, no matter what,
Mm.
no matter how they're presenting themselves to you. It's so fun. I noticed today that a couple, like in business, a couple of people that said that they were going to do certain things didn't do certain things. And it was so funny, because yesterday on Wisdom Dialogues in person, I was talking about how it's not good or bad if people keep agreements or not. It's neither good nor bad. And it was just so light when it occurred to me, two people didn't show up when I thought they were going to show up. It's not like they didn't keep their agreements. It's not like that. It's not like an energy like, oh, they didn't keep their agreements. It's like, oh, that's fun. It's just an energy that's played with. Whether or not you continue doing business with them isn't even your choice. And it's irrelevant.
Yeah, you could either be victimized by them, feel like
Right.
they've done this horrible thing to you, like you're going to suffer the rest of your life because they didn't keep their agreement with you. Or you could say, okay.
That person is a person that doesn't keep agreement.
In this moment, who knows what's going to happen tomorrow?
Who knows? Yeah, and every single time they're giving you a gift of awareness. And I just love how it's so freaking playful. Because it's like just yesterday, someone was emailing me, it's like, and saying, hey, why don't you think it's helpful for people to keep their agreement? Because I said, number one, if you would like me to work with you, number one thing, you have to totally drop that idea that people have to keep their agreements if you want to work with me.
It's just a
This
setup.
is kind of like a businessy situation.
Yeah. It's just a setup. It's a setup for
Yeah.
disappointment
Yeah.
and fighting and like
Yeah.
businesses end up.
There's a question that, how can I trust you when you don't keep your agreements because of not keeping some agreement? And I go, you know what, in order for us to continue working together, you just have to totally drop that idea.
And that ain't trust. If somebody hasn't broken their agreement with you, yeah, I mean, sure, that's not trust. It's after you think they broke the agreement and then you still work with them. Now you're talking about trust.
Yeah, yeah. And you just trust however the body concept is unfolding. You don't even have to decide. So it's like do you trust me to look after your interests? It's something where someone's asking me to be an advocate for them in a business situation, and it's like I have to be it's like it just comes out like that. It's like I have to be the one who makes all the, like, I forgot what I said, something like making the decisions in how I represent you, how I do, represent your interests. And it's
I
like,
can imagine with you that if it's not fun, you don't want to represent
I'm
them.
not doing it. If you're not having fun, see, that's the thing. Like, if it seems to me that, you're not appreciating me, then you're not having fun. If it seems to me that you're not having fun. And so it's like this body concept just plays out to allow you to go on with not having fun if that's what you want. But it's not for me. It's not my bag. I'm just a fun broad. That's it.
Well, I think so, but it's my stinking opinion anyway.
So I was saying, like it's so fun and it's so playful because, this thing about agreements comes up. I have an experience like that, and then I talk about it on Wisdom Dialogues online or Wisdom Dialogues in person, and then today, the very next day, it seems like two people broke their agreements with me, and I just like thought it was so funny and fun. It's just like.
The world didn't end.
It's like, yay! It really is, because it's just that it's so playful like that. It's just so playful like that. These things it's like that. You'll see the synchronicities with everything. It's already playful, but you'll see the synchronicities with everything, and it's like you take everything as playful, and it stays playful. It's not like that way, like like, oh, now look, I caused this because I didn't keep my agreements. I caused other people to not keep their agreements with me. It's not like that at all. It's not like that at all. But it'll show itself to you like that, as if there needs to be a burden on yourself. It's just a playful thing. It's just for playing with the illusion. It's always showing you a picture of what you're not. It's showing you a picture of what you're not, but in a playful and fun way. And you see how beautiful it is when you're willing to see it like that. It is just playing. This body thing is just playing. It's a body thought, and it's been extrapolated to like have this whole life and have kids or whatever you see. Have a straight or curly hair, be a male or female. Have a certain color eyes, a certain kind of feel, all that stuff. It's playful. And it's fun, and you don't have to take any of it personal. You don't have to take any of it personal. It's just, you see how it just all goes together. It just all goes together. It's just all like, it all just ties into whatever it kind of material representation that you need to see right now for your highest learning.
And as I listen to you, and as I just accept everything you're saying just the way it is, there's like nothing. There's nothing else.
And then you feel it.
That's
why, yeah. That's why I say to people, nothing I say to you is true. It's not like it's a lie either. It's just that you're interpreting something. You're interpreting something with the mind. The words you hear, they're just nonsense. They're like gibberish. They're like nothing. It's like a language you cannot understand. It is. You can't understand that. You can't make sense of it, but you can feel me and feel with me.
Thank you so much. Yes.
It's so fun. I got that so well in Wisdom Dialogues. It's like I was sharing with Anne yesterday. For about the first year and a half, people would come to Wisdom Dialogues who would want to convince everyone in Wisdom Dialogues that what I'm saying is bullshit.
There's still some of them that talk to me like that.
I know, it's fun. I hear that from so many people. It's so fun. I kind of feel special with that, you know. It's so funny, and I'm like, this is great. But yeah, it's like they come to us in dialogues and trying to convince everyone that like I'm full of shit, basically.
Right, you're wrong. You know, they're right.
Yes, it's true. Yes, it's absolutely true. You're right. Thank you. And so I wasn't sure how this was going to play out or anything, but I was just like getting that sensation, whatever the sensation was, when someone would put up a challenge like that, because it's like they're not challenging me. I can relax. They're talking. I'm relaxing. And then it was amazing to me. And, you know, I think it was amazing to a bunch of my friends too. Like once they got done talking, it would be like everything that they talked about was addressed in this way that was just accepting and relaxed and loving and everything like that. And then over time, it was like, wow. And then it was like over time, some of the people that came regular were kind of like, you know, I really came here to hear Hope talk. I didn't come here to hear this kind of stuff that I've already worked through. You know, like we're at a different level now. We don't want to hear all this. We don't need to hear Hope talk about this anymore. You know, and so then it was like a friend pulled me aside. He's like, really, I'm just really ramped up about this right now. And I go, you know what? That is freaking awesome. It means something is birthing. It means something awesome is birthing. And, you know, he just looked at me like, I don't know. I go, let's just relax. Let's just hold hands and relax. And we just relaxed together. And when I went home, I was on my way home. I got so excited because it came to me. I really want a facilitator. And it just came to me. It's me. Oh my goodness, this is going to be so fun. This is going to be so fun. And I found myself going back and there's like 25 people. The place is like packed all around. People are on the outside, a little space we're in. And I go, okay, there's something new. There's a new thing happening here now. Yeah. So I'm sharing wisdom dialogues. And if you have a question, a sincere question, then you can ask the question. You can raise your hand and ask the question, you know, because there's lots of crosstalk and like different people would be talking to each other sometimes. And I'm just sitting there waiting for them to get done. And you have questions, you can raise your hand and I can take questions, but I'm not going to have any kind of I forgot how it was phrased. It just kind of like came out. And, you know, some people were like, wanted to challenge that, you know, and I said, well, there's nothing to discuss about it. You know, you're totally welcome to leave right now. You're also welcome to find your own group to have those kinds of discussions on that level, but it's not for here. It's not for wisdom dialogues. I like to, you know, come for 2 hours. I scheduled 2 hours. We've been taking 3.5 hours. Because what wants to come out is still going to come out, even though there's this other stuff that we're waiting for. You know, but But it's just time to eliminate that and make it a 2-hour wisdom dialogues. You know, I like to see my family or maybe do something else afterwards.
Go take a hot tub. Yeah.
Yeah, right. The next week, there's only 5 people. And I'm like, these are my peeps. Thank you. Thank you. You know, thank you for joining. And these are the peeps that are like solid. You know, they're there for wisdom dialogues. They're actually there for wisdom dialogues. They're not there to make judgments. You know, one of my friends told me after wisdom dialogues yesterday, he said, yeah, I went up to your daughter and I told her I really loved your mom. And she just goes, like that. And I go, oh, I know.
My mom was trying to tell me how to live my life.
Yeah, well, no, it's like, it's not even like that at all. It's like my mom is judgmental of me, and she's a hypocrite on wisdom dialogues because she's actually judgmental of me. So that's one of the stories I got. I don't know how many stories there are, but that's one of the stories I heard. And then he goes, yeah, I've heard from people that because of what your daughter is saying and how she's, you know, she's looking, she used to look like all sparkly and everything, and now it's like kind of like dull, and she put on a bunch of weight. She gained like 60 pounds, and she loves cocaine, you know.
Hey.
Yeah.
Most do, you know.
Yeah, it wasn't working for me. Like when I tried it when I was younger, and you know, it's not a thing that you'll find me at a cocaine party. And she once told me, you know, I just wish you'd accept me enough to be there at that cocaine party. And I'm like, honey, I accept you. And you know what? If you want to invite me to the cocaine party, I will totally come. Will I do cocaine? Not likely. Not super likely. I tried it before and it just was not my thing. You know, I'm not into like the tight job, but who knows? Who knows? I'm open. I don't know. I could show up and have some cocaine. But, you know, anyways, the point is, my friend's like, yeah, I've definitely heard from people as that's their argument of why I shouldn't listen to you, you know. And that was right after we got through, you know, talking about how, and him and us sharing and him sharing how he didn't just automatically trust my words, but he feels something. You know, he didn't just automatically trust my words. He feels it. He feels me. So that argument doesn't move him. That kind of argument it's like it doesn't move him. He feels me. He feels that there's a sense of relaxation and joy that can have anything. And you know what? He said, actually, that's an even bigger reason for me. You know, to see that, to witness that, you know, I'm not getting like, you know, definitely the temptation there was to be, oh shit, you know, you wrote a book unschooling for parents and look at your fucking daughter. Look at her. And that's how she put it to me, actually. Like I propped her up like that to actually say that to me. Look at me.
Like there's something wrong.
You've done it wrong and there's something wrong. And I said, okay. And she's like, no, Mom, it is not always okay. And I said, that's okay. That's okay with me. That's also okay with me. You're right. You're right. Because if you don't want it to be all okay, it's not. It's really not.
Oh my gosh, our children. Yeah, such great teachers, aren't they?
I love them. Yeah, I was having such a beautiful connection with her this morning. It was like, I didn't see her, but in like with my eyeballs that don't really see anything anyways, but I felt her in a big way. And I just felt so grateful for this. I mean, it is just such a gift. I mean, how can it be more of a gift? It's like, yeah, you know, give it to me where it's supposed to really hurt. Give it to me there. You know, give it to me like that. Like, yeah, baby.
Be the instrument of my continued healing.
That's right. That's right. The continued undoing. And I will tell you what, when you sense that deep relaxation in the midst of something that's supposed to be so bad. You get such a communion in that. With that person, you see that person. Oh my goodness. I love it when the thought arises, why is Achaia doing this to me? It's like, oh my goodness, thank you. It's like,
yeah, yeah.
thank you, Achaia. And it's like, it's just so, it's like, it's so wonderful. And it's like, it's like, uh, keep showing me. Keep showing me until there's nothing left in me that can even attract that thought. Keep showing me until there's nothing left in me that can attract a guilty feeling as a mother or as anything. See, that's why I'm not attracted to the thought that says it's okay, she's going to come back to you soon. I'm not attracted by that. That's the bright side. I don't want the bright side. I don't want the bright side. I am the bright side. I bring the bright side. Give it to me until I don't need it anymore.
Oh, what a delight. What a delight. Talking about daughters, my oldest daughter will be 34 tomorrow. It's her birthday. And she's got these two adorable kids. Just absolutely adorable. I love them to pieces. I mean, it's so much fun to hang out with them. And people look at me and say, Jerry, I didn't know you liked kids so much. I didn't know you were so good with kids. And it's just to be with them. Like not, because I see the parents struggling with, oh no, I don't want him to do this or that. And I'm with them, hey, look, he's not going to kill himself. Fine, climb it. I don't care, And they're safe. They're not trying to hurt themselves. But it's so liberating to just be with them and just feel their energy, just like you were saying before. You don't have to make any judgments. Don't have to tell them don't have to do anything. It's really, I find it really easy with grandkids.
Oh yeah, isn't that the best? Yeah.
My kid, boy, that Hallie, she knows, she just knows. How can I piss Dad off today? Like, I know he wants this. I'm gonna do that. Let's see what happens.
Oh yeah, it's really wonderful. And it's like once in a while I'll see my daughter and I see that drive to get a rise out of me. My kids, they see how relaxed I am, and there's this drive to like get me. But then that, I've seen that go through different phases, and I could say, like, with my 18-year-old son, the last time I told him, he's like, Anne, will you check that out for me, please? The police are here, you guys.
Oh, yay!
Hey, come in. You can come in if you want. So anyway, yeah. So,
oh my God! Yeah.
So
we were in New York City. We were in New York City yesterday, and we were walking by the old Chelsea Hotel on 23rd Street, and right out in front there were like a dozen cops. These guys in blue, the New York City cops, just hanging there, hanging out. And the first thing, was like, uh-oh, what did I do wrong? What are they waiting here for me?
That's great. Jerry, oh my goodness.
Like, oh man, I mean, there's like two vans and they're just standing out there.
How fun. What are they up to?
Oh, here's Hallie, what's up?
Oh, she's not here. Or me. Oh, they're asking for me. They asked for me or my daughter.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm going to see if it's okay if I can stay on Wisdom Dialogues.
Okay. If not, Hallie's right here.
Okay. Hold on just a second.
All right.
I'll be right back.
Well, I'm here. Would you like to come on to the TV, Hallie?
Any of my panelists can talk with someone else if they want.
Great. This is Hawaii right here. And Take a look. Here's Hallie. Come on, Hallie. No, there you are. And there's Hawaii, and we'll be back there soon. We just came back. And so, wow. Anybody out there? Yeah, I see that there are two questions. How can we energetically feel you without the words you're speaking? What if you weren't saying anything? Would we still feel the fluctuations of energy? Uh, wow. Okay. Well, everything is just a projection and the perception of the projection. And excuse me, Hallie wants to ask a question. Go ahead, Hallie. What's up? Oh, sure. Okay. So Hallie wants me to go upstairs. So I'm going to take you upstairs. Here we go. All right. And so, yeah, because anything you feel is really you. What's outside is just what you have projected to trigger that feeling in you, like, oh my gosh, here we go into the darkness, and let there be light. So, not that much light, but there is light, and yeah, there's always light. So, whatever it is out there that might be triggering whatever is in you, there's the light portion and there's the dark portion. And like Lynn said, just choose. Choose. It's all free. Yeah, exactly, Elka. That's exactly it. Yeah, the projection is the tool. And it's the blessing. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. So when I'm on the Big Island, I just love to go and sit with Hope. Oh, there's your son. There's Blake. Was that Braun? I think that was Braun. And it's just such a relief. It's such a pleasure. In fact, I personally think that Hope is one of the great treasures on the Big Island. And anybody that's there, even if you're just visiting, to just go over and just
I'm gonna go back to Wisdom
yes.
Dialogue.
Oh, I think Hope is coming back. There she is. Welcome back, Hope.
Oh, thank you, Jerry. Thank you for hosting while I was gone.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now that's Braun right next to you.
This
Yeah.
is my Braun. Come over here and say
Hey,
hi.
Braun. Oh, I had my Hallie over here before.
Aw. And I saw Lynn for a minute. That was fun.
Yeah, and Lynn, yeah, she's doing her thing here.
Okay, so they were looking for my daughter because she had a rental car that she didn't return, and then she got in an accident with it, and then she fled the scene of the accident. So they're looking for her now. so that was fun.
Wow.
No wonder I was feeling her. We're just talking about her and here the police come.
At least you didn't use your credit card and your license and your name.
Oh, well, you know what? Some of that stuff started to occur, and then all that stuff just got discontinued. It just started to get cut down. Just got like, okay, oh, no more of that, you know. And you know, I want to say it's really easeful with that as well. It does not have to be any kind of challenge, any sort of challenge for you, because you cannot even be challenged. You're not something that's capable of being challenged. So, you know, it's like you're having this perception, wow, you know what? I'm just like not gonna have her on my PayPal anymore. And, you know, and then there was this defensiveness about her being taken off my PayPal. And I go, you know what? I guess I just wasn't into having those kinds of surprises anymore. I wasn't looking for that kind of surprise anymore. Surprise! $800 missing. Oh.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's fun. It's like, okay, it's just, and then it's just like, it's not even like you owe me the money or anything. I was like, you don't even owe anything. You know, it's nothing like that. It's just that I'm not going to have those kinds of things go on anymore. It's just not for me.
No,
My little boy Braun, on the other hand, he's connected to PayPal. I say, yeah, go ahead and use PayPal. You know, it's like,
well, Hallie got her first debit card. We went to the bank and she's got her own debit card. And now she gets to go online and check her spending and she can get what she wants and she doesn't have to come to daddy anymore. And I'm so proud of her.
this is
Although she was complaining to me, why do I have to go online and sign up online? And why do I have to do online banking? I said, oh, because you want the money, don't you? Oh, yeah, Dad. Oh, yeah. Because she's been working, which is great. She's been working as a bus person at a local restaurant, and then she's got all this cash.
nice. Good for her.
Yeah, so she said, I want to put it in the bank. I don't want to be walking around with this anymore.
Uh-huh.
So now she's got it. Now she can buy what she wants.
Fun.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was so funny too what she said about going back to Hawaii. So it was kind of like she just said it. And then Lynn and I heard it and said,
What happened there? He just paused.
but really,
Oh, there he is. Okay, you're back.
when I went back, my connection got unstable I became unstable for a while.
Nice.
Well, this has been such a pleasure. I think we're at the 1 hour mark, and I'd be happy to stay on with you, or if somebody else wants to come on, or.
I see Bob. I see the hand of the Bob. Yeah, and I got something else to share with you too that's coming up right now. So yay. Thank you, Jerry.
Much love. So much love.
You can stay on panelist if you want. I'll just put you I'll just put you on mute.
I'll mute myself.
Ah, I love it. He muted himself. Oh, Yulia has a really fun comment. I was going to complain. Things are apparently tough over here. LOL. Now I feel like shutting up about that. LOL. You know what? I feel excited right now. It's like really exciting. You know, I don't know how things are going to go. I have no idea, but you know, it's like, it's such a playful thing. And the policeman, oh my gosh, he was so sweet. He was such a sweetheart. They always are, you know. He asked me my name. He asked me if I've seen Achaia. And he goes, someone just told me she came in here. And I said, well, you're welcome to search, but I would like to get back to my webinar. Can I do that while you're searching the house? And then he's like, no. He's like, I'm not going to arrest her or anything. I'm not going to do that. He's like, and you know, I didn't ask him to not arrest her. He just like offered that. He's like, I'm not going to arrest her or anything. You know, he told me, I was like, oh, and, you know, and I'm like, what a sweetie, you know, and he's like, just let me have your number and I'm going to get out of here. And I'm sorry for interrupting your webinar. You know, it's just really, really sweet. And I know everything is of course going to work out perfectly, not go a particular way that I want it to go or anything, but it's just perfect because it's all bringing it to that point where you see, oh yeah, there's nothing here. And you know, what really came to me this morning too, I found myself in what I'm calling study for a couple of hours. It really came to me like I was doing this Course in Miracles exercise, and the way it looked to me, I was like, wow, this really looks like, you know, I have a lot of power about how people see themselves. I really have a lot of power in that, how other people even see themselves, you know, because they really want to see themselves. They really want to see themselves as they actually are. They really want to. So for me to be able to just like see them that way, it shares that perspective with them. It shares that perspective with them and allows them to get that perspective. So that's all it is. That's all it's for, is you're helping them to get that perspective, that healed perspective, when you're allowing your perspective of them to be healed. Just like not permitting any of those thoughts to run about how she's in trouble, how she doesn't know what she's doing, she's out of her mind. I had a friend tell me, we need to get Akaya's mind straight. It's like there's nothing wrong with her mind. She is making a conscious choice every single time to make herself out to be guilty. Every single time. That is a conscious choice, and it needs to be honored as a conscious choice. At the same time, in holding the perspective of truth, what that really is. That's a powerful, powerful being, just like me. See, I'm attacking myself if I say that she's out of her mind. I'm attacking herself if I say that, if I believe that. She's not out of her mind. She's perfectly taking, there's an insane mind running on the surface, but she's consciously allowing that insane mind to run the show. That's what seems to be appealing right now. You could say that that's her journey. That's for her to journey into as much as she wants to, anytime she wants to. But underneath it all, her true desire that corresponds with the will of God, you could say, is to return the mind, restore the mind to sanity. And all of these running around in guilty consciousness and all that stuff, that's only leading to a deeper healing. See? So in holding the perspective of that healing has already happened. There's nothing to do. There's nothing to even do. It holds that perspective out in the mind. And anything where it brings up like a big change like that, oh, that's a big change. Now that's probably a big change. A big shift. Any kind of big shift like that, it's like for you. It's always for you. Okay, now are you willing to accept the love of God, in anything? It's like, oh, now your daughter's this. Oh, now now the cops are looking for her. It's like, oh, that's a big shift. That's something different. That shifts the energy. The energy shifts. It's always an opportunity for going deeper. It's an always opportunity to meet it with happiness and with excitement. Like the police officer, I think one thing, he saw that I was not concerned one bit. I was like, oh, well, you want to come in and search? You might find a little weed in there. You're not going to find a girl, I don't think. I stopped. I didn't see her. I was sitting right here. I didn't see her come in here, so.
Okay,
Yay. Yeah. Okay, so here we are. Now I'm really sure. That's so fun. Thank you, Yulia. I love you. Oh, Amor. Aloha. Okay, I'm reading Facebook comments. Leah wants to say hi to Jerry. Oh, Leah, I love you. There's 23 comments on Facebook, and I can see 5 of them. So there's something weird about going live where it doesn't show me all of the comments. If you want to comment to me and have me actually see your comment, or you might want to even chat with me, follow that link that's above, okay? If you're on Facebook. Otherwise, I might see your comments and I might not. Yay! All right. I see the hand of Bob. Bob has had his hand up for a while. I'm going to bring him in. He's panelist now. I know he likes to be on camera. I don't have to ask him. But anyone who doesn't want to be on camera can just raise your hand and you can just talk. Your name will show up on a black screen. Yay! Where is he? Do I have him on mute? I'm gonna unmute him. Maybe he needs to unmute himself. Here he is.
Hello, can you hear
Oh,
me?
oh yeah, hear you and see you.
Oh, good. You can see me now and everything. Wonderful.
Yay.
Wow. Well, this is so exciting. This police drama happening live on Wisdom Dialogues.
I was just talking about how things are so synchronistic, and it's like, oh, when we were talking about agreements earlier, and then we're talking about Ikea, and there are the police looking for her. That is so sweet. And I felt her so strongly this morning too. I even sent her a text just telling her how beautiful she is and everything. I don't know how she gets the text, but I don't know if she got it or not. But yeah, it was just like, wow. Yeah, I didn't check if it was red. That's why I don't know.
Check if it was red.
You can if you want.
Where's the phone?
I don't know. Probably. Oh, it's plugged in. Yeah. See how synchronistic even that is. I was just talking about how illusion is like so synchronistic. It's like boom. Oh, there's that, and nothing's a problem. And the thing about what we call drama, all that makes it dramatic is the way that we wish to perceive it. Oh, this is so dramatic. Oh, there's a sense of excitement. There's a sense of excitement. There's this excitement, but anything dramatic, that kind of connotates fear. It's fearful, right? And basically fear, this is something I learned in Kundalini yoga. Fear is basically excitement without breath, and also experience that many, many times for myself. Many times for myself. Fear is just excitement without breath. And how it was shared earlier that it's just like a deep breath when you embrace the feeling. It's like a deep breath. It's like you get this awe kind of feeling down in your belly and down in your solar plexus, like it's like that. And then that feeling is more, it feels more like excitement, kind of like how a birthing can feel even like orgasm to certain people.
Yes. So sometimes we have to hit rock bottom to ascend to the top. So maybe that's why she's creating this consciously for herself, because for myself, I've had the most powerful spiritual revelations and the voice of God speak to me when I hit rock bottom.
Yes.
Because you're humble, you're on your knees,
Yes, for sure.
It's like you can't go any further down.
Yes.
You have nowhere to go but up from there.
Yeah, that's like, but who knows how it's going to be perceived? There's no, you don't know how it's going to even be perceived. Who knows? When it's ready. I know plenty of people who have gone to jail a bunch of times, just like keep on going to jail and keep on doing, carrying along the same way, doing the guilty thing. It's like it could just keep on. It could keep on until the choice is made. So that's the thing. There's not an attachment to a particular choice being made. For me, I just get the excitement of any energy that arises. I get the excitement of any energy that arises, and she can make that choice in her own perfect time. So for me, for my whole part of it, because that's really what it comes back down to. It's like I have all of the power in this. I have all of the power in this. And my power even extends to being responsible for how she sees herself. How she sees herself. See? And in being responsible for how she sees herself, it's not like I'm bad or I'm guilty or I'm less spiritual because right now I'm having a perception that she doesn't see herself a certain way. The healing has already happened. So it's only up to me to hold the perspective of the truth, to hold the perspective of what you could say is God's point of view of her. She, any suffering that I perceive in her, she's making on purpose, and she's not really suffering. That's how I can help her, and that's how I can heal the mind. That's how I can allow healing for the mind, because the mind is healed, but for us putting a veil over it. See, the mind is like, let me see clearly. That's all. Let me see clearly. Let me see this with perfect clarity. That's all. And not get caught up in a dream like something is wrong. Like she needs to do something different, or hopeful. See, this is the false hope I talk about too. This is that false hope. Hopeful that she will come back, for instance. Hopeful that, no, I know she will because she has. What I'm seeing is a dream. What I'm
Well,
seeing
that's
is
just
a
it.
dream.
Yeah, well, it's, the thing is, you have the power, like you say. You have the reality. The picture with the cops and her with the car, that's, like you say, that's the unreality. Everything in this world is false. It's not the truth. Whereas you have the truth. You have the power. You have the truth of the true identity of yourself and your daughter and everyone and everything. So ye shall know the truth. I am the way, the truth, and the life. And all these appearances out here is just shadows. It's like you say, it's not even happening.
It's nothing. It's just nothing. What we're doing is we're trying to interpret something that we are not capable of understanding because it's nonsense.
Yeah, right.
When we're looking at the world and trying to make any sense of it, we're kidding ourselves. We're kidding ourselves trying to make any sense of that. It's nothing. Nothing's happening. You know, it's like we're just still dreaming that we haven't made the choice for truth, and in the dream we make the choice for truth. That's all. In and through the dream, that's it. And all of the and all of the sensations, and even police come into my house. That's a sensation. There's no police. There's no house. There's no police car. There's nothing like that. No accident happened. Even that, it's an interpretation of information, and that's why there's no problem. There's just no problem with it. It's like anything, whatever it is, and you know that you're making it into a problem if you are hopeful in that way. Hopeful in that way.
For a solution.
Right. Right. That's worldly seeking. There's nothing to get here. There's no need to interfere with the process of the body concept unfolding.
Yeah, well, see, that's the power right there. The laughter. It's fun. It's like you say, it's not a drama. It's kind of funny, kind of fun. You know, here's the police, and you know, it's kind of like Keystone Cops. You know, it's kind of a funny cop caper comedy.
I see Jerry. Jerry's cracking me up. I see him. He's kicked back like this, laughing his freaking ass off over there. Oh my God. I know. That's
what a comedy.
That's what it's like. That's what it's like. And for me, I'm just ready all the time to extend love through laughter and extend love in whatever way. You know, will I be seeing my daughter again soon? Maybe. I will be willing.
Maybe you'll be bailing her out of jail.
And totally able, likely not bailing her out of jail. That just came to me like that. And I don't have any choice in that either.
You might be seeing her
likely
through the bars.
What's that?
You might be seeing her through the bars.
No, she's not even getting arrested. She's not even getting arrested. The police officer just like offered that. I'm not going to arrest her. Like, you know, what's interesting too, you guys, I've had lots of interactions with the police. They've actually been to my house a bunch of times. I love them. They are so helpful here in Hawaii. You know, it's like so sweet. They're like, you know, how can we help you get out of this trouble that you're in? You know? Like, we are not going to arrest her. We don't need to. That's not their thing. But you know what? That could still occur. That still could occur. There's not any problem with how anything goes, but you know,
They got all those rapes and murders going on in Hawaii right now.
They do?
Oh yeah.
I don't even know about these things.
You know, I get these Facebook Hawaii news alerts. Two, you know, whatever, and the
dude, has not been my Hawaii. I'm open to it, but it has not been my Hawaii.
Well, I think, you know, they're so busy with all those really important things, and why bother arresting somebody for, you know, not returning a car rental? Jeez.
I know.
I guess it was an accident and she fled the scene.
Yeah, well, you know, I guess if they had some empty space in jail that they wanted to fill up, but I don't think they're having any problem with that at all.
Yeah.
You know, and besides, who wants to give away, you know, the free food, the free bed? It's like...
Right.
Not very good food or bed there, though.
All right, so you know what I'm talking about is this false hope. This is a really good one because it starts to come up in a thing like this. Like, you know, some of my friends will definitely like really like, hey, Anne's making a face like, oh my God, and you know, really like, you know, tell me something that's hopeful and stuff like that. And I appreciate that. I don't find fault in anyone, not at all. There is no fault in that. I appreciate that. I know where it comes from. You know, it's deep caring, and I appreciate you and any kind of false hope you you present to me, because I know your heart. I know your heart.
All hope is false.
Well, let's say it like this. It's a seeking in the world. It's still a seeking in the world, and that's why that kind of thought isn't attractive to me, because it has a different vibration, has a different sensation than the real hope in that, you know, that hope and as in that, you know, what God says is true is true. That's the only thing to be hopeful about. That's the only thing to be hopeful about, is that the word of God is true, that you're innocent, that none of this means anything, none of this touches you, you're unchanging, you're pure love. That's the real hope. And you know, that's what my name means. That's what my name means. In fact, it came from a verse in the Bible that says something about, some reason I only know how to paraphrase Bible verses at this point, something about how long will be your pain and suffering, but soon will come. Long will seem, I think. Long will seem. That's the way I take it. Your pain and suffering, but soon will come your greatest hope and desire. And you know, that hope and desire, your greatest hope and desire, is for this veil of illusion to be lifted and for you to see what's really here. For you to see what's really here, for you to see all of the beauty that you are. That's your greatest hope and desire. And if you're distracted, which there's no problem being distracted, it's just when you're ready to make that choice. If you're distracted with a hope that something goes a certain way in the world, a wish, anything like that, you know, even like, I know this is going to turn out this way. I know this is going to turn out this way. That's worldly thinking. It's only wishful thinking. It's only wishful thinking. You don't know. You do not know. Sometimes it works out the way you thought you knew, and sometimes it doesn't. You notice that? You don't know.
There's only one way that it turns out. That is, this physical body is gone, this mind is gone, and I'm spirit. That's what it ends up. There's no other ending to the story.
And we're all together in love. We're
Yeah.
all together in love. The
Yeah.
outcome is certain. The outcome is certain, and this is a dream. So why fret about it?
Really? Why not just enjoy the ride till you get there?
We are here.
And yes,
We're all sharing the same bed and the same dream.
We're sharing the same bed. And we're naked.
That's right.
Bob, would you just move over a little bit?
We're polyamorous.
Yeah.
We're all polyamorous.
No polyagony here.
Polyamorous doesn't need to be carnal. Think about it. Polyamorous. Think about that. It doesn't have to be carnal.
No,
You know, I just consider myself polyamorous with everyone.
Yeah, we're not saying polysexual. We're saying
Right.
poly love. Lots of
Don't
love.
get the wrong idea, guys and girls.
Oh.
One person asked me one time, it was so cute. He was a young dude. He was doing the polysexual thing with his wife, you know, and I was in California. Apparently that's in California too. I thought it was just a Hawaii thing because it's I was in Hawaii. And he goes, well, we're not supposed to be, or something's supposed to be having sex with just one person if we want to realize spiritual attainment, right? And I'm like, oh, he's asking me. And I'm like, okay, well, that just really doesn't mean anything because nothing's happening. So it doesn't really matter what you're doing with your dick or who, what kind of relationship you apparently agree to have with your spouse or anything like that. No, it's not going to lead to a greater spirituality. But if you think it will, not any more than anything else, let's say that, not any more than anything else that you seem to do with your body, your body. You can say everything's leading to it and nothing individual like that. Like, aren't we supposed to? Like, if we don't, we won't be as spiritual, right? I laughed to the bottom of my freaking cooch on that. Or yoni, if you want to say it more spiritual. Oh, the police are back. Would you go talk to them, Anne, and see if maybe you can give them any information? Tell them I'm still on for another half an hour. Thank you.
Oh my God, they're back.
Oh my God, they're back. The police.
What's going to happen next? Boy, this is quite the show today.
This is quite the show. This is quite the unfolding.
Man, you are so attractive today, Hope. Even the police can't stay away.
They can't take it. They're probably like, damn, I got to get some more of that juice.
Bring the cops over to the camera. Let's have them on Wisdom
My
Dialogue.
husband in the car. It's my car. It's not the cops. It's not the cops. It's my husband. It looks the same out there. We all drive SUVs. Oh, they just didn't have a blue light on top. My husband doesn't have a blue light on top. That's the only difference.
Well, get him one for his birthday. Drive around with the blue light.
Right. That's so fun.
Oh, jeez. This is just such a wonderful treat tonight. I didn't know this was going to be this much fun. Wow.
Can it get any better than this? To borrow from Access Consciousness. That's something they said. Can it get any better than this?
Oh,
I wonder if they ever thought about applying it to a situation like this, though. Because I always heard them applying it to stuff where it's good, you know, like, wow, this is good. Can it get any better than this? where they think it's good. But that's the thing, there's no good or bad. So it's always like better because you're always sinking deeper into that sense of relaxation and joy and easefulness. Such a blessing to have that at our disposal, so to speak. It's like right there for us all the time. It's right there, and we carry it around with us in the midst of whatever else it is that we're perceiving.
Yeah, my peace I give unto you. My peace I give unto you, not as the world giveth.
Thank you, Bob. I appreciate the Bible verses. That's so beautiful. The way you just bring them in at the perfect time. I'm going to promote Yulia to panelist now because she has her hand up, and I know she loves to be on camera. I love that one. How it's called promote them to panelists too. That's really fun.
Oh, wow.
Promote to panelists. You're promoted.
Hey, I want to join this polyamorous party too right now.
What was that?
I'm joining the polyamorous party.
Yes, you're joining the party.
Looks like you're in bed. We can hop in bed with you.
I'm actually sitting by the bed. Look, the bed is up there.
Oh, there you are.
Yes,
It's
I'm
all set for us. I'll jump in and have a
living on the floor here, right?
Your voice is super scratchy over here. I mean, not your voice, but the way it's technology or something.
I am not sure why.
Do you see the speakers
Position or something
on it?
It looks like you're on a boat just rocking back and forth.
I'm moving.
The water bed you're on, or?
The motion. Oh my God. Oh, here she goes. Look at her. Oh my goodness. She's going to stop any second. This is awesome.
Is it no?
Okay, do it again.
Working any better now?
No, it's really like like that.
I'm just not lucky today or something. I don't know.
Not that bad.
There's no such thing as that, Yulia.
That's right. Tell me about it.
There's no such thing as luck at all. There's no such thing as luck at all. You know, like when it just pops out of your mouth, just take note. There's no such thing as luck because this thing is just playing out perfectly. It's perfectly representing past thoughts.
Yes. What, Jordan? It's okay. Sorry, and I'm having things too.
Are the police coming for you,
He's
Yulia?
in the bathroom. Okay. It's not the police. Not yet, at least.
Not yet. That would be funny. But people are like, Hope, I start listening to you, and then the next thing you know, the police are at my place. I'm like, yay.
I thought I had it bad today because there's drama and there's like things happening all the time, you know, with the earthquakes and the more people living in my house, there's more drama and more things. And it's like every couple of days something happens that's like another earthquake push that pushes me out of the, you know, what do you call it, the normal balance. And I have to go back to, you can have peace instead of this.
Yay. Oh,
It's my mantra.
Ah, it's one of my favorites. It just is so sweet. It's so
I know, I turned it into a mantra.
beautiful. I love it. You could sing it. Oh, that sounds good. I think I'm going to play some of those on the harp. Oh.
You can have peace instead of this.
Yay. Yay. Because that one for me is like,
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Yulia. I appreciate that. That's big. Thank you. It's a huge contribution, you know?
Thank you.
It is. You know, I feel that. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, there was something else too, like something where there's only one of us or something. I really needed that just a couple hours, just like an hour ago.
Yeah.
I had a conversation where I felt like I'm being accused and attacked by my own mother and guilted, and then it's like, well, one of us.
That's really helpful, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
When you recognize that there's only one of us.
Right.
Because then you know that you're making this up. You're making this up about, and you're projecting this, and so then you can have fun with it. You can have fun with this seeming appearance of your mom berating you or whatever she's doing, and it's like, "Aw, Mom, aren't you the sweetest?"
Right. And I like when things like that happen, you notice how your mind starts going through different scenarios. Oh, I'm gonna do this, and then this will happen. No, I'm gonna do this, then that will happen, and they'll flip back and forth. It'll go through internal dialogues.
Yeah, I do now.
A few days ago, something like that happened, and guess what? Lori posted something on Facebook that really helped me. I don't know if you saw it about something.
Lori.
Don't mind if you're mind, don't mind. It was all about don't mind,
Oh, nice, Lori.
Whatever occurs in the mind, just don't mind. And
yes.
Stop minding, don't mind,
Stop minding the mind. Just let it do it. And you'll notice, Yulia, like I can speak at least from my point of view, is that those thoughts that run around like that spiral around like that's actually stops happening. That stops because there's nothing in you for it to be attracted to. When you're willing in that, and that thought that you're using, I can have peace in front instead of this, and the way you're using that, I feel you. The way you're using that, you're like purifying that body sense. You're allowing that body sense to be purified. And in that, those thoughts that flip around like that, they won't be flipping around like that. It's almost like they just stick their head in the door and you recognize them right away. And then they like, oh, she sees me, I'm out.
Yeah, because they was just sticking into the head into the door happening a little while ago. I noticed I'm sitting here and thinking, so now I'm going to do this maybe. Oh, well, wait, but then how am I going to do that? And then it's like, wait a minute, you can have peace instead of this.
You see that? You see the simplicity of it? A child can get this. It's so simple. If a child wants to, but for the most part, the children want to have their judgments.
But I also notice to what extent they still have so much of this going on, about so many things. I noticed because I'm a freelancer, sometimes I'm swamped with work, and actually have been for like nonstop for like years and barely had a dip. And now like as soon as a dip happens, it's that old feeling that comes like, what now? What if I don't get any work, and things like that. So and it's not so much even thought, it's a feeling, and it's so strong, and there's like not much I can do about it sometimes.
There's nothing you need to do about it.
Contraction. So then it's, I guess, don't mind if you mind,
Yeah, just let it. You're letting it run around like that. You're letting it run around like that. The difference is it's in your awareness now. You're aware of it. Mm-hmm. You're always conscious of it, but it's like you were keeping it from yourself. You're consciously doing it, but keeping it from yourself. Now, when it's playing out like that in your awareness like that, it's also being undone as it's playing out. Mm-hmm. See? It's undoing that guilty sense as it's playing out like that. And then, so eventually, as you're watching it play out like that, you start to see that, oh, it's not even attractive to me. And you'll like, it's like for me, I just have a memory of the constant, it doesn't do that for me. It kind of like peeks its head in and it's like, no, thanks, bye.
Yeah, it's also when these dips happen, it's used to be that I would like go, oh, what should I do, to make it better?
Yeah.
So now I know, of course, I don't have a choice whether I'll do it or I don't.
This is huge.
Those, I can't help having that dialogue sometimes, like, well, that doesn't mean I shouldn't do anything, you know? And then
Yes.
and then combined with the feeling and plus with a lot of other things that are like coinciding with it right now. It gets
Yes.
interesting. It's interesting how it all seems to come at the same time now.
Perfect. That's perfect. Because you totally got this. The more you're seeing it like that, and you're with your willingness, it's so fun because it's just unfolding before you. All this healing is taking place, and your energy field is being purified to where it is really just like no problem, whatever it is. It's just a feeling, and I can handle a feeling. You know, I can handle a feeling sensation.
It's always an invitation to think of what did I do wrong, right?
That's it. That's it. That's why I like to say the illusion is showing you what you are not. Okay? It's always showing you what you are not. So it's bringing up this anxiety like, what have I done to screw things up? Okay? And when you're willing to see that it's just a dream, that that's not possible, and you can relax right now, you can also trust that even your body concept in the physical manifest world is going to be played out perfectly. You're going to say exactly what you need to say and do exactly what you need to do. And no matter how you see it, you know it's playing out perfectly. No matter how it looks to you, you just know. And then as you know, and you have that trust that it is working out that way, you get to see it. You get to see these fun synchronicities and opportunities, and it just becomes like, it's so playful, so light and so playful. And at the same time, it's holding it open for everyone to come back to love for whenever they're ready, though. It's not like any kind of force or attachment to outcome. Christine says hi to you, Yulia. She's on Facebook.
Hi
Oh,
to
no, she said
Christine.
hi on Facebook, but she's here. And she said it here too. She
Who?
really wanted to say hi to you. She loves you.
Who? Besides Christine? Yes, I love her too. Love you, Christine. I should give her a call. I wonder how she's doing. It's been a
She's
while.
so fun.
She really is.
You guys, I really love all of you. Thank you for coming on for all these years. And it's so lovely getting to know each and every one of you. It's like in seeing your process unfold and recognizing your beauty. I just love you all so much. Jerry says hi too, Christine. All right, so I'm going to let Lori, Jerry, if you want to talk, just raise your hand, because right now I have you on mute. But Lori, oh, there it is. I like how he raised his physical hand. He doesn't raise his hand on the thing. That's freaking fun. All right, Jerry, you're on, and I'm also about to unmute Lori. I would love to hear from her. Is that okay, Lori? Nod at me. Is that good? Okay.
I just want to say I love you, Hope. I love you, Bob. I love you, Yulia. I love you, Christine. I love you all. Thanks.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. I feel it.
Yay. Oh, thank you so much, Jerry. Okay, Lori, you are on, baby. Actually, you were muting yourself. I wasn't even muting you.
Oh, yeah, well, because I had a whole house full. So I love you all too. And Yulia, I can't wait to meet. Oh my God, we're going to meet.
God, yes, Lori and I are going to meet.
Yay, I love it.
We're next.
Thank you. It's so fun to see you guys playing together.
And Hope, we would not have even connected if it wasn't for you.
Yep.
Oh, how fun.
Yeah.
I'm a
First
matchmaker.
meeting of Hope of Johnson Fan Club in Florida, right?
Yay. I'm excited. Maybe I'll show up in Florida. That'll be
I wonder
amazing.
if Christine is in Florida now. Wait a minute.
Yes, Christine is in Florida. She is.
We should get her to come too, if she can. I'll text her.
Yay.
Yeah, I'll message her too, because maybe she has Thursday off. That would be cool.
Wow, exactly. What an idea.
It's the Wisdom Dialogues Connections.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, okay, Lori,
Got me to it.
what you got today?
Oh my gosh. So okay. I said last week that man told me how rude I was, and I totally said to him, thank you. Thank you for telling me. I apologized, and he apologized to me yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before? I don't know. He stopped me this week and said, he explained the whole thing about how he felt, and it was, but I wasn't offended. I wasn't.
Yeah.
He was embarrassed. His wife was embarrassed for him, and they were apologizing. I'm like, it's okay.
Oh, that's lovely.
It really wasn't bad.
Yeah, Lori. Lori, just to summarize it, how it went down. Lori was talking on the phone with her loud ass, as loud as she is, laughing, I'm sure, like really hysterically, and then just like I do, and then a man came up to her and told her how rude she is, and Lori just like, you know, even to her amazement, because you have no choice in this, was just like, oh, well, you know, thank you for telling me. I'm going to move right now. And she just like moved. And
I apologize too.
Oh yeah. She said, I'm so sorry. Something. Yeah. And thank you for telling me. And she moved, and she just moved away, and she wasn't holding anything for the guy. She was so released. She felt so released of like this guy just gave her a big gift, because it was like, wow, it's that simple to love. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, you know, thank you for telling me, and I will move. It's so easy for me to just move away, so you don't have to hear me anymore.
It was automatic, and I was, wow. I did not. Wow. I don't know. I just was like, what the hell just happened? And then he turns around and apologizes a week later. He actually said he saw me at the Xfinity store, because we got our Wi-Fi last week. He said he saw me there, and I was on my phone, and he said, I was going to say to you again.
Oh, that's awesome.
And his wife wouldn't let him.
Oh my goodness, this is so fun.
I said, if you'd have said that to me, I would have laughed my ass off, because that is funny.
That's how it is for me. That's how it is for me too. You know, like when someone gives me something that that is meant to be insulting, I don't know, from the bottom of my cooch, like I laugh. It does feel like that. I don't know. It's like, yeah, it's like all the way, it's like vibrating way down at the bottom.
There's no block. No block.
Yeah, there's no block from it going all the way down.
Mm-hmm.
I just love that. Like anything that's meant to be an insult, like, oh, thank you, you know, like that is just like comic relief.
But I didn't know before that I could even do that. I didn't know that whole scenario I made up.
Yeah.
For me to see that. Wow.
Well, you didn't do it because it's a past playing out.
Well, exactly.
That's the thing. You didn't do it in the moment. It's just that's why you can't fake it. You can't fake this. Because it's always the past. The past is playing out. So it's like you can't, you know, people look at it as like, okay, I have to be like this. I have to be this certain way. But it's like no, as your body's energy field gets purified, these things don't affect you in the way that you are usually using them like that. You know, They never had any power to affect you anyways, but as that guilty self-concept is getting purified from the body's energy field, you don't feel the need to recoil when someone says something. You don't have that recoiling. We don't have that automatic recoiling reaction that goes away. There's not a recoiling to it. It's more like an embracing, and it's like, and if you want to have that kind of experience in the moment, all it is from moment to moment, you're allowing a deep relaxation. And Lori's been, having this kind of attention toward it for a while, and she's, she also is really committed to the truth. That's what I see. Like even when she's in the midst of something, she's like, oh my goodness, Hope, I feel like I have completely fucked it up. I have lost it. I had it and I lost it, and now I feel like what was it? I feel like I'm a hypocrite or something like that, or
a fake.
I feel like a fake. She still came back to Wisdom Dialogues instead of and talked about it instead of buying into her own understanding that she's a fake.
Mm-hmm.
See, so she went through it. For a lot of people, they get stopped at it. I have one friend, listen, if you're listening to this, the one who wrote a book and had a nephew then commit suicide that you were counseling. Your book is still awesome. You don't need to take it off the shelves. It's still awesome. It's a very healing book. Okay? It's very helpful. You don't need to use the perception of that to make yourself into some kind of failure. Okay? That boy didn't do the suicide thing because he followed your book. He didn't. It's not because you counseled him and showed him love. The illusion is representing what you are not, and it's meant to get you to identify like that. You don't have to. That's a choice. You make the choice. You make the choice whether you identify like that. You're gonna, if you're gonna take that kind of responsibility in that way, like it's because I'm guilty that person committed suicide, you have a choice whether you take that. You listen to that voice. That's the voice of the ego. That's the voice of the ego. You don't have to identify with it. And if you get identified with it, it's okay. And if you feel identified with it, that's a perfect time to come on Wisdom Dialogues and tell me about it. Tell me about it. See? But if you're coming on Wisdom Dialogues, you're telling me about it in a way like, I want to see through this.
Yes. You're
saying it in a way like, I want to see through this. You're not saying it in a way like, no, but this is really it. If you have more of a desire, more of a it's really like a false desire. It's like a desire that you desire with the ego, more of that false desire to uphold the world, and you're more committed to that than you are to undoing the world. You're not coming anywhere near me. No, not with that kind of information, because you know that I know. And until you're ready to have it undone, that you don't want anyone seeing through that. You don't want anyone seeing through that. So it's like just come. And that's the thing. That's what I see, Lori. It's like, you just come back to the truth, however that is to you, whether it's Wisdom Dialogues, whether it's the Bhagavad Gita, or whatever it is for you to get you to your relaxed.
Right. I want to be completely relaxed. I don't want to be ruled by this fight anymore.
Yeah, and you don't have to. And see, and when you know that you don't have to, you can appear to be ruled by it, but you're not buying it. You see what I mean?
I do see what you mean, because you can be in it,
but
not
of it.
Of it, right? Not of it.
It's like the Christians, they wear the shirts that say that. A lot of them don't know what it means.
Right? I did not know what it meant either. I could say it, but I didn't feel it.
Yeah. but you're not of it because you're seeing this image of yourself being in it, and you're not buying into it. You're not buying into that. It's Christine. Let's have Christine come on. We have like 7 more minutes. Let's have a Christine sighting today. Christine, you're going to panelist. I'm not even asking her. I know you want to be a panelist, Christine.
Mute. Turn on my camera. There we go.
Yay! Oh, what a beaut! Thank you.
I'm texting with Yulia.
Oh, fun.
I know. I've been sitting here and looking into my phone occasionally too.
Oh my goodness.
So when Lori started talking about being comfortable with being relaxed, that's what I'm having a challenge with, really big time. So I'm finding myself very uncomfortable because I'm comfortable.
I know what you mean.
Okay.
I get that too.
Yeah. And all I do is find myself back in the same state that I worked so hard to get out of.
That's fun. Yep.
So,
Christine, you're too comfortable. You need
right, exactly.
activity in your life.
You need a shakedown.
Can't you see what's going on? This needs you to be uncomfortable to fix it.
I've been wondering that too until all this shit began.
That's perfect.
Am I too comfortable?
Yeah, so you see, you get to where you get comfortable with the uncomfort. You get comfortable with it. It's not a problem that it arises. Were you here when the cops came?
No.
Oh, the cops came here. Oh, we're on Wisdom Dialogues.
Tonight?
Yeah, you weren't around?
I had to, my brother-in-law.
Oh, you gotta watch the recording. It's
I will.
Were they actually on camera? Were they on camera?
What's that?
Were they actually on camera?
Oh no, they weren't on the camera. I went out and talked to them, and then I came back.
Why?
Yeah.
What's the problem?
Oh, no problem at all. They were just looking for my daughter Akea because she didn't return a rental car, and then she wrecked it. And it was like it was ridiculously synchronistic though. There was just like all kinds of cool shit going on, you guys. So check out that recording. But that's what I mean. It's like nothing is uncomfortable, and I'll repeat it again for those of you even who already heard it, because to hear it again is awesome. Okay? Any kind of fear is like excitement without the breath. So when you decide that you can have peace instead of this, like Julia was talking about earlier, you can have peace instead of this. It's like a deep breath in your body's energy field. It's like your breath goes all the way down to your cooch.
Amen.
Like you actually feel that diaphragm. You know what I mean? There's a diaphragm down in that, but even if you don't have a cooch, if you have a wiener, it doesn't matter. There's a diaphragm there. Your breath can go all the way down to it, and it feels good.
The things we're having in Wisdom Dialogues today, besides the cops, right?
Besides the cops.
Blame it on Jerry.
He comes around, all kinds of magical shit happens. Thank you, Jerry.
It's so good it should be illegal.
Come on,
I thought the cops were coming because I'm having too much fun right here. I thought maybe that one of the neighbors called and said something's wrong with that broad.
Oh, thank you.
Christine, are you busy Thursday?
I'm starting a workshop on Thursday. It starts Thursday till Tuesday in Cape Coral.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next time.
Next time.
Yay, everyone.
Depending on how long Lori's in Florida, right?
Right.
I'll be here till April.
Oh, I'll see you.
There we go. We'll do it.
All right.
Do it. I'm excited about that.
second meeting of the fan club.
Yay. All right. So it's just at 5 o'clock and I'm going to wrap it up now. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. It's so lovely. I appreciate all of you on Facebook as well. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Anne, for being here. I appreciate you. HopeJohnson.org. You can go there and get all the recordings. You can see my calendar. I put shit on my calendar. It's not even that much of a big deal to put it on my calendar. I thought it was, because it's like you go to and never mind. It's a lot. I was like, whoa, really? Just to put it on the calendar? The calendar gets updated. It's fun. You can get my book there. If you're interested in my book, Unschooling for Parents, it's good for everyone, whether you're a parent or not. So you can like see that pathway in your own way of relaxing. Also, you'll find my podcast there. You'll be able to get, signed up for any one of my podcasts. This goes to podcast. The Wah Wah one goes to podcast. And then I have little short things that I post to that, and you can get notified and get those, and it's all free.
Oh, wow.
So hooray. Yay. I love you. Oh, you could also donate to me on my site, because it is free, and then, I'm also paying the services and stuff. So the website, it's like hopejohnson.org and then donate. There's a donate place. You can donate there if you feel inspired to.
And buy your essential oils.
Oh, you forgot. Thank you.
They're amazing.
Oh,
they're amazing.
Miracle Botanicals. Yeah, you could also, that's another thing. If you would like essential oils, oh my goodness, someone just came over for the Hawaiian sandalwood today. It's amazing. It's from this island. And it's just like him and I are both like, Hawaiian sandalwood. But we have so many.
Dunkin' Sense is so good.
What's that?
The Dunkin' Sense that we got.
Oh, you got Dankincense. That's right. Cannabis frankincense. We call it Dankincense.
Cosmic Journey is still my favorite.
Cosmic Journey. Yay.
Blissful, still mine.
Okay, what is it?
Blissful.
Blissful. Yay. So, okay, so, I'll tell you where it is, miraclebotanicals.com. You could also get the link for that on hopejohnson.org. Yeah, not vice versa. Just for hopejohnson.org to miraclebotanicals.com. Oh, I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. This is my greatest joy sharing with you. Aloha.
Aloha.
Hello.
Hello.
Hui ho. Woo. Woo.